Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently at war with the Ikazurian multistellar over here. And I kind of feel like we need to attack Terminal Egress. We need to prevent them from taking this. So we're going to head on over and attack Terminal Egress. What route is this going to take? Via the Eye of Hawking? Okay. They may or may not... Oh, there's a battle going on over this way. That's good to know. They may or may not get reinforcements up there before we can get there. But we're going to make our way through. I've already reinforced our fleets, and we need a lot more alloys. No doubt about that. Any jobs that we can do? Well, we can upgrade this system capital complex. Is there anything else here? Not really. Okay, so we're going to attack Terminal Egress. I don't want to spend alloys on this war if we can help it, but I really want to enable us attacking through Terminal Egress. That said, they brought another fleet in.
Research actualized.
Okay. Crystal Forge plating finished up. Now, I was looking at the available... Okay, it already went to Dragon Scale. Good. I was looking at the available text and saw that this was in there. I wanted to get Dragon Scale armor, so I wanted to double check that. That looks great. And we're about 30 days away here from attacking Terminal Egress. Now, all of these fleets are damaged. I want to make sure that we are grouped up at this L gate. I want to make sure that we're ready to go here. And let's see, there was a force that was building over here. It was one of our existing ships, or not ships, one of our existing fleets that we queued up. That was headed over. Let's see, that's the Ready Swarm 10. Oh, that's only 8 corvettes. We'll leave that in Rilsamot. I ordered it to come up here to group up with the rest of our ships, but it only has 8 corvettes right now, so there's not really much of a point. Are all of these guys basically in position at this point? Yes. We do have some reinforcements streaming in here, but that's fine. What do they have up here? Oh, they've moved a lot more in. Do we want to take this? Yes. We're going to move in. We're going to attack as quickly as we can here. We are going to activate our edicts. We are going to activate volatile ammunition, explosives, reactive armor, focusing crystals, exotic gases for shield boost, and we're going to activate desperate measures. That'll give us 40% home territory fire rate, which, even though this is fully occupied, I think this is still considered home territory. I think. I don't know that for a fact, but that does boost us up dramatically. So we're going to go through here, and
engaged.
There we go. We're going to fight them right here. And they're a bit spread out, so we're going to fight these guys first, and these will take a while to engage down this way. So let's see how this goes. This is going to be spicy for sure. Even if we end up losing this engagement, though, that shouldn't be the end of the world. Why, you ask? Because our Federation can handle this war. Interesting, they apparently popped another fleet through here. But that fleet is dying. We're winning this encounter. But there's all of these guys up here, and they're going to be arriving very soon. But we can eliminate these forces at least. Bare minimum. Okay, now we're engaging their main force. We've done a lot of damage over here. It's not fully done yet. But this is a big battle. No doubt about that. This is a big one. We appear to be doing well, though. Judging by their numbers compared to our numbers, I think we're doing very, very well. So that looks great. This is a big part of their force, right? These guys are considered equivalent to us in fleet power. So this is probably... We know it's not their full force. They have a couple of things down over here. They have a small fleet here. They have a couple of relatively large-sized fleets in Screeching Abyss, which are maybe heading to the L gate. But they're a ways away still. So this is a majority of their force. And it looks like we've cleaned this up here. They've retreated, I think. So we do end up winning this. And winning it fairly convincingly. I think it mostly comes down to that home territory fire rate. That was a big one. So for the moment, we're going to turn our edicts back off. We can't really afford to run these permanently, right? So we're going to turn those back off. And all of these forces, they're going to head back up to Ril Samat for repairs. And they can enter orbit here. Okay. So we know that we're going to need extra ships. This is saying 22,000. This is probably inaccurate. We'll hit that reinforce all button. Wua Prime needs housing here. I'm going for housing because this has negative housing, but also negative amenities. We're going to give up an industrial district for that, but I think that's okay. So that actually brought them up to 25% war exhaustion. That was a quarter of this whole war right there. That was huge, actually. I love it. So we're making our way back, and that's going to take a little bit of time. Oh, we're on normal speed. Let's bump that up to fastest. That would help. Cool. And let's see what this looks like after the month tick. Looks good. We do have this admiral that reached a veteran level. Is this different? I don't think there was a patch. Time spent missing in action, ship hull points, and combat disengagement chance. I think we're better off with damage output, to be honest. Okay, so that looks good. They are now veteran leaders. Beautiful. And we're going to pop up over here for some repairs. We honestly didn't even take that much damage. I expected that fight to be much closer than it was. They were spread out badly. There's no doubt about that. If they had been grouped up, I think it would have been a lot worse. But that home territory fire advantage, I think, really came through for us there. So that's absolutely great. They're going to have some significant pain from that. Although they're now considered superior to us, so apparently they were equivalent previously. Apparently they are building ships faster than we are, but we don't care about that. It's mostly about our allies here. And the fact that we were... Oh yeah, that's not going to be a problem if our allies ever use these forces. Why are they just sitting here? They're heading to this gateway. Maybe they're going to actually go somewhere useful.
Encountered.
Maybe. For the time being, though, we're going to get these repairs done, and we'll continue to reinforce our fleets. These numbers are not going to be accurate because we just don't have enough alloys. So we're going to work our way through that. And how are we... Actually, how are we doing on our energy price? Or not our energy price, our alloy price right now. It's not great. Okay. It's not horrible, but it's not wonderful either. So these are definitely being worked on. The Able Swarm in particular is not great. This is a new fleet here that's being worked on. We'll move that up to Ril Samad. And the Forfan Star Fleet, of course, that'll get built up by our Federation members, not by us. So I think that these guys primarily retreated, and they didn't take that many losses. I wish I had checked the after-action report, but I did not. So I'm pretty sure that that's the major reason why we didn't take more losses.
Under assault.
Was because I'm pretty sure they retreated.
We have lost a starbase.
Now, where is this at? Okay, they're attacking out over this way. We knew that they were out this way. That's absolutely fine. Let's let the Set Swarm finish its repairs. There we go. Now we're going to grab every fleet that's here. And we're just going to go attack Viscaran's Maw. There we go. We're going to punch through here. This is not going to be any problem. We're going to pop through this L gate, take this over basically immediately, and then we're going to go deal with the 13th Void Skulkers. That's not an issue. So we're going to go via the Eye of Hawking, and then we can think about maybe going on the offensive once we've taken that back. So that's all considered reasonably fine as far as I'm concerned. We'll continue to reinforce. These numbers continue to be inaccurate, which is fully expected. So that all looks good. As far as our jobs go, I would like to continue to produce additional alloys. That will be necessary. Fleet asset lost. That'll be out over here. Yeah, they popped back. Okay, that's fine. We catch them there. That's good. That is actually a good thing. I would rather not spend too many alloys on this war, so we're going to catch them in situations like this. This is incredibly bad for them.
Starbase under assault.
They're going to lose a lot of ships here. And hopefully we're not going to lose very many. Hopefully. So, checking this after-action report, okay, they lost 5 ships. A cruiser and 4 battleships. That was rough. I was hoping they'd lose more. We're going to grab the Forfan Starfleet here, I think. Actually, it really doesn't matter who we grab. I'm going to take the Ready Swarm 10 and go up to LR9 Singularity. Everyone else is going to pop back over to Ril Samat for the moment, with our primary goal just being to enter orbit here. Okay.
Competitors engaged.
Our Federation level went back up to 3. Perfect. That doesn't really change anything for us. We could go up to like medium centralization, but we can't change the law in that category for a while yet, so that seems reasonably fine. Where are these guys at? They're down in Tethel? Okay, they're probably going to land here, aren't they? Realistically, we should take action against that. They also came back to terminal egress. Okay, where are we at? We should be over here. I'm going to have these guys come down to Tethel.
Fleet asset lost.
And that'll be okay. Yeah, some of our reinforcements are getting taken out in transit. I'm not too concerned about that. Ready Swarm 10 is going to go take back the LR9 Singularity, and we'll just keep an eye. They actually just popped through the L gate up here. They're not attacking terminal egress. Okay. For the moment, that seems fine. So we're going to go hit Tethel. I'm hoping that we get there before this force makes it to Cythrin, which I think that we will do.
Competitive station engaged.
Yeah, we'll arrive there in like 13 days, so that's looking good. We can continue to reinforce our fleet. That number is continuing to go up, which is not shocking. Okay, so the Ready Swarm 10, at this point, we're going to take back to Ril Samat. That'll enter orbit there, and we'll wait for these guys. Cool. So he just straight up retreated. Not shocking, but let's go hit Jebben's Maelstrom here. Awkward pathfinding is awkward. But we're going to take back Jebben's Maelstrom and Bij as well. We'll need to get that back. Okay. Our Federation is using terminal egress to go somewhere. Actually, they went to Jebben's Maelstrom, so we can let them do that. For the time being, we're just going to go over to the gateway here. We're going to enter orbit there. We'll let them take back Jebben's Maelstrom. I'm very happy about this. Yeah, please do useful things, Federation. That's absolutely great. Are any of them going to go to Bij now? That's the question. I guess we can go to Bij, and then once we have Bij, we can come over to Ril Samat. So we'll enter orbit like that. Cool. So that all looks good. I did want to check in on Riak here. Okay. I would love to get this upgrading up to a Citadel. I'm going to actually buy 2,500 alloys, even though the price wasn't amazing there, in order to get that upgrading. Just get that ticking. We're going to need it. These guys are going to be a problem eventually. So over we head there. We're now at 47%. There must have been another space battle that we didn't fight here. So let's see here. The one that we fought was the one in terminal egress. But not this one, I don't think. That's only 2% war exhaustion. Can we sort by war exhaustion? Actually, yes, we can. So this was our space battle in terminal egress, 11.4%. And it looks like there's just been a series of other space battles that they've been losing. So this looks good. What is the war goal again? I forget what the war goal is. It was something kind of awkward, if I recall correctly, though, and wasn't necessarily amazing for us. But it looks like the Federation is taking action out over this direction, so that looks good. We now have Bij back under our control, and we are heading back. Excellent. We'll continue to reinforce our fleets. We still need 15,000, but that number is still quite inaccurate. So that looks good. How are these guys doing now? They're back down to equivalent. Wonderful. Now, this urban world needs a job. It's a very strange sort of world. I guess we'll put in a pair of industrial districts here and call that good for the time being. We've got this mining world here. Not a lot that we can do there. We'll just upgrade our business management nexus. That seems fine. Any other job work that needs to happen here? It looks like the answer to that is a negative. Cool. So we should be arriving back up over here with our primary forces shortly. Now that Jebben's Maelstrom is back under our control. How's that price on alloys? 4.82. Okay. Well, that's going to take some time. No doubt about that one. Our Strategic Coordination Center is 400 days away from completion at this point. We have this interstellar assembly site at 46%. Is there anything that we absolutely need to construct with our construction ships before we are attacked by the Galactic Information Entente, which I'm quite certain will happen in like a couple of years? When is that truce up again? 3 years. Okay, we have some time then, and at the pace this war is going, we should be absolutely fine to end this war quite soon. We can see that they're grouping up in Karzu, at least to some degree. That seems okay. Our forces are starting to come back to Rilsamat. We're not quite there yet, but we're making reasonable progress, continuing to reinforce our fleets here. Cool. Now, we could attack Screeching Abyss, which is an interesting option, to be sure. It's fairly close to their capital here, and then we can press over this direction or just jump drive to their capital. That's an interesting option. Our forces are arriving back here. We're definitely going to let them get repaired first. No doubt about that. How's our construction going? We do have a number of ships underway. Okay. We've got a ways to go on that, though. So that's absolutely fine. Continuing to hit our repair fleet button, or rather reinforce fleet button. That's all absolutely great. And we're about to finish up these repairs here. Cool. Only the Set Swarm needing further repairs. Which, that should be done fairly soon here. Where are you, Set Swarm? There you are. Yeah. Only needing a few hundred more points of armor here. We're good to go on hull points. So that looks absolutely fine. We're going to have these Titans built eventually. I think our Titans are queued, right? There's one Titan. And 3 Titans. This station... Why does this station... Okay. Why do we have so much queued up for this station that only has a single shipyard? Let's cancel everything that is currently in this queue, which apparently is like 11,000 worth. And we should definitely replace this. So gun battery, gun battery. This is going to be torpedo, torpedo, which I think we already queued up there. There we go. Hangar bay and hangar bay. We've got a crew quarters here that we can swap over to being something like a communications jammer. We've got a command center that I would like to replace. We can put a disruption field generator on there. And then we would put in... We've got a target uplink computer already, so it would be something like an ancient shield overcharger. Or actually a defense grid supercomputer. Instead of the disruption field generator, I think. So that was this one? Yeah. We'll go like that. Okay. So hopefully now this won't queue up in here. And we'll hit this button again. There we go. It did queue up 4 corvettes here. The 4 corvettes will be done before the gun battery is built. So we'll let that go for now. But at least most of these are in the mega shipyard now. That was a really weird place to build them, but sure. That seems fine. I wonder how long that's been building up there. Oh, hello. Okay. It began as a subtle shift in, that's these guys down over here, in Oginolic's behavior. Scattered reports of their ships, once rarely seen outside their own space, now being spotted in remote systems all across the galaxy. Highly advanced scouting vessels visiting ancient ruined worlds, refusing all hails, and fleeing when attacked. Their purpose and mission unknown. Until now. We now know that the Oginolics were preparing, recovering the databanks of survey beacons and automated scouting posts left behind when they retreated to their present borders, gathering information for their return to the galactic stage. In Oginolic space, fleets are gathering, armies are being mustered, and ancient factories roar to life. For the first time in an age, the Oginolics enforcers are looking outwards, beyond their borders, and towards the galaxy at large. As their decaying shipyards are repaired and refitted and the dormant systems of Titan foundries come online, the rest of the galaxy is left with only one question. Who will this once sleeping giant target first in their quest to reclaim age-old glory lost? Decrepit fools. So these guys awakened. And they're actually not giga strong. We'll keep an eye on that. But it seems broadly okay. Yeah, they popped into terminal egress. They don't seem interested in trying to hold terminal egress anymore, though. So we're at 59% war exhaustion over here right now. They pulled a lot of their forces out of their capital, actually. Let's go hit Screeching Abyss. We'll get there in just a few days. We take this over very, very easily, and then we have access to this gateway and this L gate for reinforcements. But then we can jump drive into Karzu. And there's absolutely nothing stopping us. This looks free. They have a few forces in Screeching Abyss right now, which is perfect. We're going to pop out of this L gate and just destroy everything here.
Competitive station engaged.
And here we are. Only our first force here. It got here a fair amount faster than the rest, but there's the main force. Beautiful. So we're going to take this over very, very easily, right? There's no problem here. Cool. The station is ours. And we're fighting that last force. There we go. They're up to 68% now. Wow. So at this point, we can simply jump drive directly into Karzu. Why did our energy credits drop this much? A trade problem, probably, from, like, occupation somewhere? I'm guessing. Let's just jump into Karzu. So we're heading on over. And we will arrive there in 8 days. Beautiful. Why would that drop like that? Presumably it'll go back after the war.
Competitive station engaged.
I wish we could see what that status quo would do if the status quo was achieved. But here we go. We are hitting their capital system. I want to check in on the progress of our orbital ring construction. Actually, that's done. So our orbital ring is constructed here. So we could upgrade that to a tier 2 orbital ring. I would like to put in... We can't put any buildings right now. Just modules. Max districts for our habitation module. Shipyard capacity, naval capacity, defense platform cap. So these are kind of mediocre, right? Let's get this upgrading to a level 2. I would also like to get our construction ship heading over to one of our other forge worlds, like, say, Dahlberg Prime. we can come over here and also build an orbital ring here, in theory. So we'll get that started. Looks good. Now, how is this attack proceeding? I mean, obviously it's proceeding very well. We're not going to really have a problem here.
Under assault.
The hierarchy has begun the construction of a sentry array. Good for them. So obviously this is going well, right? There's no problem whatsoever here. We're going to very, very easily take this over. We'll lose a few ships here or there, but that's fine. We're going to take their capital here. So this is a very, very big deal. After this first Corvette pass, it's just over. So their capital is now under our control. I want to come over here and bombard their capital. We're up to 73% here. Now, we're a little low on our actual damage output because our jump drive is recharging. That does take 200 days to recharge. So we're going to be low on combat power until then. Now, the Chroniclers are very, very close to an L-Gate. Or not the Chroniclers, the Enforcers. These guys are an Awakened Empire. They are Revanchist and Watchful Regulators. Okay, so they want people to surrender their technological independence. Noted. Okay, so what do we want to do to proceed here? We can simply bombard their capital. That's an option. I wouldn't mind coming over and fighting some of these forces. I feel like our Federation is actually doing things, though. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure that they're actually doing things. Yeah, they lost 53 ships here. They lost 26 ships here. It's not going well for them. That's for sure. Our Federation has a lot of ships just sitting in Mirak, and I wish that they didn't. But it seems okay. What's the price on alloys? Actually quite cheap. I'm going to buy in a few just to spend down some of those energy credits. Looks good. How are we doing on our mega structures up here? Okay, we are at nice percentage on our assembly site. Our orbital ring is 8% done. We do see them attacking Everim here with a 4K fleet. Seems mildly ambitious. I'm going to go send our Juggernaut to defend that. So we're going to head on over there. Our Juggernaut does still have a number of ships in its queue, but this should be fine, in theory. Can this force even take Everim? Hang on. This is a 298 fleet, 2307. No, this force cannot take Everim.
Assault.
Like, if they land here, they're just going to get slaughtered. I'm not sure what their plan is. Are they landing? I don't think they can land until they have the starbase, which they will get. That's an unupgraded starbase. So, sure, they'll get that. But whatever. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I think that we can wrap up this war. I think that should be reasonably fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, MLohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.